Hi everyone, it's Karen. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for clicking on that button. Welcome. And I hope you're all feeling well. I wanted to just briefly talk about sarcoidosis. And because it is April is Sarcoidosis Awareness Month. And sarcoidosis is what I have. And when I first was diagnosed with it in 2017, I had no idea. Well, I had somewhat of an idea of it, but I was very surprised at the diagnosis. So anyway, to get into the explanation, if any of you remember Bernie Mac, and I will put a picture of him, Bernie Mac sadly is the most well-known picture of sarcoidosis. He died from the illness, and he has the Bernie Mac Foundation. And that's the only person I remember hearing about sarcoidosis. So anyway, my story started with a simple, it was in around May of 2017, and I was just having some dry eyes. Really, that's it. Dry eyes, not even itching, just dry eyes. So I went to my ophthalmologist. My ophthalmologist said, he examined my eyes. He said everything looked fine, and just use, artificial tears, or moisturize your eyes. So okay, so fine. I did that, and I was going through bottles and bottles of this moisturizer for the eyes. I went back to him because I felt like, it wasn't getting better. Then I kind of noticed, to me, like I remember kind of like this facial swelling, like around my jawline. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm still thinking it's allergies. But I remember going to the hospital, and they didn't see anything wrong at that time either. Anyway, fast forward to many visits with my ophthalmologist, who I could tell was getting very irritated with me, because I kept coming back, because my vision at that time was slowly going, it was fading. My vision, I was starting to get blurry vision. I was starting not to be able to see. See my cell phone, see, I had nail polish on, to see what color my nail polish was. I would leave his office crying like something is wrong. Anyway, I was admitted to the hospital. I was given brain MRIs, and still they're telling me nothing is wrong. So I'm like, okay. He finally says, I need to go to down in Manhattan in New York City. They have this eye specialty clinic. New York City is known for the best of the best. So my best friend took me. We were in there all day long. Machines, top notch. Same answer. We don't find nothing wrong. I just lost it. I really did. I started crying. I'm like, there is something wrong. I cannot. That happened. During this time, I started getting low back pain, and I called my surgeon. Okay, I also have a spinal fusion surgery. I had that done in 2014. My back was bothering me. He said to get MRI, which I did. I came back for the results. That is when my orthopedic surgeon looked at me and told me that you need to see a primary doctor, that you have enlarged lymph nodes in your chest. So I said, okay, and I'm still not like, I don't know what that means. So I just made an appointment with my primary doctor, who sent me for a CAT scan. So I go back to my primary for the results. The primary looks at me, and she like straight out says, you have lymphoma. And I'm just like, that moment where just everything freezes. Like I could feel like the blood draining from my face. Lymphoma, like, blood cancer. So that was like on a Friday. I had an appointment with the hematologist oncologist that Monday. I was numb, like that whole weekend. I just was numb. So, okay, I went to my appointment Monday to the hematologist oncologist. I was crying. And he told me, wait, what do we don't know yet what you have. We have to do a biopsy of your lungs, take tissue from your lungs to get a conclusion. So, and he also mentioned, he said, with your vision loss, I'm thinking it may be sarcoidosis. He was the first one actually that mentioned it might be sarcoidosis. So then I had to make an appointment with the thoracic doctor who could do the biopsy. Anyways, long story short, I got the biopsy done. They took tissue from my lungs. Now I had a big old scar here. That was 2 years ago, so it has faded, but it was like higher than I thought. It was like here. I thought it was going to be lower. But anyway, they were very thorough. The doctors that I went to were great. They did not let me out of that hospital until they had a diagnosis. I had to get a spinal tap. Okay, anyway, bottom line is that was the diagnosis. They put me on heavy duty steroids, prednisone, because my optic nerve was causes inflammation. The steroids made me blow up like, a balloon, which they told me it was going to happen, and other horrible side effects. Sadly, when I went to see the doctor, they said, well, when is my vision going to be back to normal? It's not. I have permanent damage to the optic nerve, and science hasn't come that far to repair your optic nerve. So though it is better, it is still not, it's not what it was, but I'm grateful for that. It is, better. So with that said, I started looking up things for sarcoidosis, and, because it's inflammation, I also have you can have sarcoidosis anywhere. Your skin, just like any autoimmune illness, like MS or lupus, that attacks what it wants to attack. So I have it, my skin, my eyes, my chest, of course, in my chest, and they believe my heart, but I see a neuro ophthalmologist. I'm stable. I'm on a very low dose of the prednisone. They tried another drug, methotrexate, which is also like a chemo drug, but that drug I could not tolerate. So they said, well, you have to stay on the prednisone. So with that, with eye strain, usually, I can read. I have to wear my glasses. I have to have, large print books and everything. But I just wanted to make this video because it's important. I feel more research needs to happen. And just, people need to be aware. I will leave down in the description box the information if you would like to read about it. Donate. If you can't donate, pray. I can't always donate. And now the thing is that, with this COVID, it's a scary thing. It's scary for everybody, but it's scary for people, they said elderly and people with immune system problems, because that COVID attacks your lungs. So honestly, I have to be, I'm careful, but it's kind of made me I don't want to go anywhere, because I'm just I feel like my lungs are already weakened. As a kid, I had asthma, and now I have this. But anyway, we all have our cross to bear, and God gets me through. He really does get me through. And my family has been great, and all of my family, I'm grateful for. I'm thankful for my kids, my sister, my mom, anyway. So I just wanted to make this video because April is Sarcoidosis Awareness Month. I thank you for listening if you've come to the end of this video. And yeah, I pray for a cure. I try to give when I can for one day that they could find a cure. I hope they're cutting grass or something. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. And I pray for this country, for what everyone is going through right now. It really is, it's overwhelming. It's like surreal. But with that said, God bless you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.